a lot of experience and information from distinguished speakers, and as well as activities that had which we aim to spearhead cutting edge in dengue research initiative. We shall now begin our second day symposium. For today, the agenda is as follows: photo sessions, presentation, progress on dengue vaccine development, oral and poster presentations, presentation on topics dengue vector control, synthesis, and closing.
Yeah, so before we begin our presentation session, I would like to request all the delegate speakers to please come on the stage to have the photo session together. Okay, thank you, speakers. Directly, I would like to announce for the presentation session now. I would like to request Professor Spargiono, who is the head of the Department Parasitology in the Medicine Faculty, UGM, and as well as he is the director of the Center of Tropical Medicine at the same university. So I would like to request Professor Spargiono to please come on the stage. To Professor Spargiono, the time is yours. Thank you.
Ibu-ibu, bapak-bapak, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. Yesterday we already have a very good discussion on the session 1 and session 2 on the International Symposium of Integrating Research and Action on Dengue. And today we will start with the third session. First of all, I would like to thank to the organizing committee. It is my honor to be here to chair this discussion. So in this session, we will have 3 speakers. The first is Professor Amin Subandrio. He is the head of the Department of Tropical Medicine at the same university. And as well as he is the director of the Center of Tropical Medicine at the same university. So I would like to request Professor Amin Subandrio to please come on the stage to have the photo session together. which will talk about the dengue vaccine development in Indonesia. And then the second speaker is Jeremy Brett, which will talk about the preclinical dengue vaccine development. And then the third speaker is Dr. Tejo Sasmono, who will present about the characteristic of dengue virus in Indonesia. First of all, I would like to read the curriculum vitae of the first speaker, the Professor Amin Subandrio. He is a professor in clinical microbiology from the Faculty of Medicine, University of Indonesia. He has a doctorate degree from Kobe University. Since 2000, he has been working as an advisor for the Ministry of Research and Technology. And currently, he holds a Deputy Minister of Science and Technology Relevance and Productivity. And the second speaker, Jeremy Brett, he has been trained as a bacteriologist in the university in the United Kingdom in 1970s and 1980s. But now he has a lot of work in vaccine development. He worked for the Sanofi Pasteur Regional Office in Singapore, where he is responsible for helping Southeast Asia countries to prepare effective strategies for introduction of dengue vaccine. He holds a master degree in biological science and public health from University of Victoria, New Zealand. And the third speaker, Tejo Sasmono, he is a principal investigator at the Eijkman Institute for Molecular Biology in Jakarta. He has a doctoral study in molecular biology in the University of Queensland, and also he already have a postdoctoral program also in the Monash University. And now he also he is a senior scientist in the Eijkman Institute of Molecular Biology in Jakarta. Okay, I would like to invite the three speakers to come to the stage. And you prefer to stay in there? Okay. I would like to invite the Professor Amin Subandrio to present his paper. So the presentation will be 30 minutes for each speaker, and then after three speakers present their paper, and then followed by 15-minute discussions. Professor Subandrio, time is yours.
Thank you very much, moderator, for your kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat kita semuanya. I would like to start this morning session by sharing a little bit about dengue vaccine development in Indonesia. In this case, I will not talk in detail about technical terms, but more about the policy that has been taken by the government of Indonesia, and also commitment by several research institutions in Indonesia in dengue vaccine development. I refer to a presentation of Dr. Andi Muhaidir in Brazil last April, that we can see this is just to show the situation of dengue in Indonesia in terms of case fatality rate. And yes, this is a case fatality rate, relatively very low in Indonesia. Yeah. And although incidence rate is still fluctuating, but we can see that in the last years we can see that the incidence rate is lower than some years before. But for Indonesia, dengue is still a very important health problem. Yeah, the Minister of Health still regard dengue hemorrhagic fever as still one of health priority in Indonesia, and despite of many attempts to control the factors, we have not successfully controlled the mosquito. And so far, there is no specific treatment of for dengue infection, and again, there is no specific vaccine available in the market. And everybody knows that we have all 4 types of dengue virus in Indonesia, but many experts said that dengue virus genotypes in Indonesia is different from other part of this world, and therefore we consider that we need to develop local strain-based dengue vaccine. Yeah. And in the past, many research institutions and many researchers are trying to develop vaccine individually, but then we realized that we have to synergize ourselves to make the activity more effective and efficient. If we refer to the program development of action against dengue, there are 7 programs. I refer only the number 7. They mentioned that research on vaccine development should be encouraged and boosted. Now, please allow me to share with you a roadmap that has been developed by dengue researcher. I remember it has been started since 2011 when we started the Vaccine Research Forum, National Vaccine Research Forum. At the time, I remember we started with avian influenza, but then developed more to other infectious diseases. We admit that probably this roadmap is quite ambitious, but this is our dream actually. We start with our activities since last year until this year, mapping, serotype and genotype, geographic distribution, and so on. I will go back later to this. And this is the institution involved in this activity. Yeah. And we followed. It will be followed by seed virus candidate selection this year actually, but probably we will finalize it until next year. And then vaccine technology development, followed by formulation and assay development, parent seed selection in 2018. And we expect that if everything goes smoothly, we could have the product in 2020. Still another 7 years to go. Yeah, I would like to stress also that in these activities, we already invite not only universities laboratory, but also research institution belongs to government agencies as well as private sectors. In this case, Bio-Farma is the first company that involved in this activity, but we do expect that in the future more companies, especially local company, will include in these activities. In 2012 and 2013, yeah, we did already several activities, serotype and genotype distribution. These are the list of institutions include Litbangkes, Eijkman Institute, University of Indonesia, University of Airlangga, University of Gadjah Mada, and then genetic characterization mainly done by Eijkman Laboratory, and then in vitro biology characterization done by Eijkman, UNER, Airlangga University, and University of Indonesia, and Gadjah Mada University, and then selection and multiplication of virus isolate by Airlangga University and University of Indonesia. Okay, I took this picture from publication written by Pak Tejo. Later, Pak Tejo will elaborate further. Yes, these are a sample of the distribution of dengue virus in some cities in Indonesia. Medan, Jakarta, Surabaya, Denpasar, Semarang, Banjarmasin, Kendari, sorry. Kendari and Jayapura. Jayapura is located in Irian Jaya. Interesting thing is, for example, in Semarang and Banjarmasin, only one serotype is detected there. But of course, we will listen from other speakers, probably from Litbangkes if there's any. About geographical mapping of dengue serotypes. Yeah. This is also the same publication. Yeah. Yes, so Surabaya until Palembang, Jayapura, and so on. Okay. Now in 2013-2014, we plan to have the seed virus candidate. Yeah. There are some activities for that. Immunogenicity and antigenicity analysis done by Eijkman Institute and also Airlangga University, and also determination of candidate strain based on genetic conservation done by Eijkman and University of Indonesia. From this year until the next 2 years, there are several activities to develop vaccine technology. For example, Eijkman and University of Airlangga now they are doing development of live attenuated vaccine, and also Airlangga University also active in developing inactivated vaccine as well, and recombinant live attenuated or chimera. University of Indonesia group, they are now working to develop DNA-based vaccine for dengue hemorrhagic fever as well as for avian influenza. And subunit vaccine has been developed or researched by University of Indonesia, Litbangkes, BPPT, and Airlangga University, while adjuvant and delivery system has been developed by LIPI and Bio Farma, and animal model is the responsibility of this is the PSSP, Pusat Studi Satwa Primata in Bogor. This is a primate center in Bogor, belongs to Bogor Agricultural University. From 2015 to 2018, we plan to develop formulation and assay. Study on stability will be done by Airlangga University, University of Indonesia, Litbangkes, and Eijkman. And formulation of tetravalent vaccine is responsibility of University of Indonesia, Airlangga University, and Litbangkes. And then animal testing in mice and primates, mainly done in these facilities, primate centers in IPB, but the researcher is coming from Litbangkes, from University of Indonesia, as well as from Erlangga University. And study on antibody-dependent enhancement will be done by University of Indonesia, Litbangkes, Erlangga University, and Gadjah Mada University. And we expect that the selection of parent seed and further development of seed vaccine until 2020 will be done by Litbangkes, Erlangga University, University of Indonesia, Gadjah Mada University, Eijkman Institute, LIPI, and BPPT. And validation and scaling up will be done by the private company, the Bio Farma. So these are the activities that has been planned based on intensive discussion between researcher and institution, as well as funding agencies, that we do expect in less than 10 years we could have a strong vaccine candidate for dengue hemorrhagic fever. Of course, in this case, collaboration with other institutions abroad is very much welcome, and we do expect that regional as well as international collaboration will be established further. These activities will not be possible if not supported by various ministries. We include Ministry of Research and Technology, Ministry of Education and Culture, because most of the institutions belongs to Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, because Litbangkes is under the Ministry of Health, of course, and also the future user of dengue vaccine is Ministry of Health. We invite also Ministry of Trade and Industry, because we consider that this activity is related very much to the importation and exportation of goods, reagent, and everything. And of course, if there is no money, we cannot do anything. So Minister of Finance is very important. We are trying to convince Minister of Finance that research activity should be supported more by the government. As you know, probably currently government expenditure for research and development, GERD, in Indonesia is very, very small, only 0.08% of GDP. But the government has already put a target to increase up to 1% of GDP. And to make sure that everything is going smoothly and fulfill all standards, so we include also the National Standardization Agency, because this agency will give a certification on the laboratory as well as the product. Okay, I think that's I can share with you this morning. So I hope this could give you a better picture on what are the activities of Indonesian institution in trying to develop dengue vaccine. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.